Hello, thank you. This is Alan Kirk. I'm with the Elgin Breakfast Rotary Club, and I want to thank everybody for coming out today and joining us. The International Day of Peace, what an important goal for all of us. Global peace, local peace, and whatnot. So thank you.
And I'm Tish Calamer, Community Engagement Manager at the Gaylord Public Library. And I want to thank you so much for giving your time on this Saturday to celebrate the International Day of Peace with us. And I wish you all peace.
Oh, thank you once again for joining us today with the International Day of Peace. I hope you have a great day.
Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one. You might be thinking to yourself, I've heard that before. Well, yes, you probably have. This is a line from the song Imagine by John Lennon. And not only is this a good song, but it's a great quote to capture the essence of the day. Hello, I am Aaron Kirk, and I am a senior at Elgin Academy. And peace means to me imagining a society where everyone can live together in harmony, with all their essential needs met. Welcome, and thank you for joining us in celebrating Roots of Peace, the International Day of Peace. The actual day is Monday, September 21st, but we chose to celebrate it today, Saturday, so all of you could more easily join us. Our presentation today is in conjunction with the Gayle Borden Public Library. The International Day of Peace was established in 1981 by the United Nations General Assembly. 2 decades later, in 2001, the General Assembly unanimously voted to designate the day as a period of nonviolence and ceasefire. On this day, the United Nations invites all nations and people to honor a cessation of hostilities and to otherwise commemorate the day throughout education and public awareness on peace. The United Nations is celebrating its 75th year. To mark its anniversary, the United Nations has invited millions of people worldwide to join UN 75, the largest and furthest reaching global conversation on building the peaceful and prosperous future that we all want. As we struggle to defeat COVID-19, your voice is more important than ever. In these difficult times of physical distancing, this International Day of Peace will be dedicated to fostering dialogue and collecting ideas. The world will be invited to unite and share thoughts on how to weather this storm, heal our planet, and change it for the better. Even though we may not be able to stand next to each other, we can still dream together. The 2020 theme for the International Day of Peace is Shaping Peace Together. Celebrate the day by spreading compassion, kindness, and hope in the face of the pandemic. Stand together with the United Nations against the attempts to use the virus to promote discrimination or hatred. Join us so that we can shape peace together. I initially became interested in this day of peace on May 23rd, 2017, when my dad's Rotary Club hosted a dedication ceremony for the Rotary Peace Pole they installed along the Fox River, next to the library in the Veterans Memorial Park. Last year I spoke at the library when we celebrated the 2019 International Day of Peace. I've learned that Rotary has always been dedicated to promoting world peace. In fact, in 1940, during World War II, the founder of Rotary, Paul Harris, said this, "But we ask, must the best genius of men be devoted to the science of war, and none to the science of averting it?" Think about that truth. We put so many resources towards developing the weapons of war, and so little towards how to avert it. Here is my Paul Harris Fellow pin. I'm a Paul Harris Fellow. To me, this pin represents the goals of goodness and peace in the world. My father is a 4th-generation Rotarian, and Rotary is an important part of our lives. Rotary International wages peace every day. The Rotarian Action Group for Peace gives Rotary members resources and support to advance world peace and turn ambitious ideas into life-changing realities. Conflict and violence displaced more than 68 million people in the last year, and half of those are children. We refuse to accept conflict as a way of life. Rotary Projects provide training that fosters understanding and provides communities with skills to resolve conflicts. Over $142 million has been raised by Rotary specifically to promote peace around the world. And here are some ways that they have done that. For improving the quality of life. For example, Rotary members founded the People for People Foundation, which has helped 10,000 families afford food, clothing, rent, utilities, medications, and other necessities. Raising awareness for bullying. For example, Rotary clubs in the Philippines have conducted anti-bullying campaigns in schools to teach children how to handle conflict peacefully from an early age. Protecting domestic violence survivors and their families. For example, the U.S. state of Louisiana has the 4th highest incidence of death caused by domestic violence. Local Rotary members meet this issue by helping a shelter provide food, clothing, legal advocacy, and counseling to over 500 women in 1 year. Promoting positive peace. For example, Rotary has partnered with the Institute of Economics and Peace, an independent think tank and leader in the study of peace and conflict, to help address the root causes of conflict and create conditions that foster peace. I hope you will support Rotary and their efforts to bring peace to our world. So again, thank you for joining us today. In our presentation, you will hear from others who value peace in our community, including Greg Carr, the man who created the Peace Pole, the Rotary Peace Pole, presidents of the 2 Rotary clubs in Elgin, religious leaders, local nonprofits, students, and more. Now first, you will hear from Elgin Mayor David Captain as he reads the International Peace Day Proclamation. I hope you enjoy.